Okay guys, I am back and we are going to, in this video, just kind of play around a little bit, or actually kind of mass make, sorry. So what I'm going to show you is I've showed you this before, but I'm out of them and I love them because they work really good. So this is basically a snagless paper clip and we're going to make several different kinds with several different punches. And I just kind of want to show you how they work. And there's a couple of punches I have that I haven't used before. So I kind of want to see how it's going to turn out. So you got to bear it with me because I also want to see, I've made them in circles and this shape before, but I haven't done like the flowers or a cut like, and I'm going to tell you, I usually take off my, my covers. It just, for me, it works better. But yeah, so I know I've done the Christmas tree. You know, no, I think the leaf will be too, well, let's try it. The leaf might be cool. So I just, like I said, I brought a couple of different things along. And when I say along, I mean in my cart right next to me. So there's a big circle one so that we can, I'll show you a couple of different kinds. Okay. So this might be kind of a long Sunday video, but I think you'll like it. Okay. So basically for each paper clip, you're going to need 4 pieces of whatever you're using, like whatever shape. So it's a great way to use up straps because they don't necessarily have to match either. If that makes any sense. It will here in a minute, I bet. So yeah, like I said, I just take extra cardstock or, you know, colors that like, because this is a little brighter than I would probably use normally. And so yeah, we'll just kind of thinking, let's just get a couple. And then, like I said, you guys can, yeah, I don't know. I don't really like those backs. When I store them, I put them back on usually, unless it's a punch I use a lot. I don't know. I might have to pause to go get smaller paper clips for this little flower. But like I said, four of each of whatever you're doing. Okay. Like whatever shape. Oh my goodness. Apparently today is going to be a tongue tie day, and we'll try it with the leaf. I don't know how much luck we're gonna have with it, but we'll see. I've never done it with the leaf, so this would also be very, very good if you have junk mail, if you need a stiffer back and then you have like pretty decorative paper, you would cut 2 and 2 of it. This one here. And most of all of my punches are from Hobby Lobby. I don't really have too many other brands that I use. And then I just usually kind of clip in and trim around. I mean, I think that's kind of standard. Everybody kind of knows that, right? Just trim off your edges so you can get the inside of your papers. And I guess if your cardstock's heavy enough, I've done it before, to kind of make stencils out of it. You don't get too many uses out of it before it becomes not great, but you can definitely do that and use your ink for that. So that's another good reusey type thing. Okay, and I don't think it really matters the thickness of the cardstock, because this one's a little bit thinner than my other pieces here. And this seems to be one of the ones that I use the most. So I'm going to go ahead and cut another one out of this one. Let's set that aside for a second. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and try this one first so that I can pause early if need be. No, I think it will probably work. Right? Yeah, it should. Okay. Let's start with this one here, since it's the closest. Okay, so you want to take two pieces together, line them up as best you can, and then you're going to slip your paper clip over the top and kind of get it where you want it. It doesn't really matter. Mine usually ride right on the other side of that dip of this one in particular. Get it down there all good and snug. Okay, so on both sides, this is what it'll look like. Okay. I use Fabri-Tac mostly because I've never tried the other glue with it. So if you don't have that, then definitely make sure you have clips handy so that you can kind of clip them together. Thinner on the outside and more glue on the inside, okay? And I only usually do one at a time. Okay, then you're gonna take another one piece and slip it over the top like this. And then I usually have a paper towel handy, kind of smush it down in there. Once it's smushed, then you can really align it. You know, make sure it is exactly where you want it, okay? Make sure I'll show you the next step after you do this back piece to really watch out for. Okay, and that's another reason why I like Fabri-Tac, because it gives me a few minutes or, you know, a few seconds to kind of adjust and move, but then it's not forever dry time, okay? So now that we have it glued together, you're gonna wanna look on the inside of those two pieces that you just put on the inside and make sure that your glue didn't seep in there because you don't want it to create a barrier, right? So that's what I do, okay? And then it goes on your paper like so. And now it becomes snagless. So like if you have tags or like there's strings to your tags or like a pocket or something you don't want snagging up, then it's snagless, okay? And of course you probably want to wait till it's a little drier before you attempt it. Okay, that's this one, two pieces. Okay, now that the main part of the tutorial is done, now we can kind of talk, right? So the week finished up interesting. Oh my goodness. My crazy life, I tell you. I do thank you guys for having patience with me on those busy weeks where I can't really get a whole lot of videos out for you. The kids are heading with their dad down to Arizona to visit his mom and dad. So we might get, I don't know, several weeks worth of videos done in those days because I'm sure I will be bored and kind of lonely. We'll just have to see. Or I might actually get the gumption to like clean one room every night while they're gone. I was thinking about that. I was like, that would be an interesting thing. It's just been an hour or two each evening, kind of cleaning up each room. My house needs to be spring cleaned so bad. My windows, they're winter dirty, and I haven't cleaned them since October, guys. Ugh. And at that, I think I only cleaned the inside because it was chilly the day I was cleaning them, so. Okay, and then I'm just gonna check to make sure I don't have any glue seepage. No glue, no glue, no glue. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, there's two. All right, this leaf. Let's get to the leaf. first figure out where is going to be best for this paper clip. That hangs down a little bit. So what if we turned it, went this direction, and then it could be, yeah, okay. All right, so grab 2 of them. Where do we have it? Right there? That's the bigger side? Okay, perfect. Okay, now with all these little edges, I have to really be careful to make sure our glue doesn't stick in there. But make sure we clip all the edges, right? That'll be interesting. We're always up for a challenge, are we not? I think I'm gonna have issues with that one. As far as it not gluing together, I think we'll have to really, we might even have to let it dry on a piece of paper. Nope, I want that one, but don't want this one stuck to it. See what I mean? I don't know. We may end up having to clip that part off, which is no problem. We can absolutely do that. So our leaf just won't have a stem. Oh. How about we glue them backwards too? Because that would be awesome. Little scissors here. I'm just going to snip that off because we're going to have all kinds of issues with it if I don't. Okay, now run my finger through there. Sure we don't. Like I said, we want edges like put together, but not the inside of the paper clip. Does it still look like a leaf? I think it does. Kind of sucks about that little stem, but it was so little, I don't know that we could have avoided it. So let's see how it'll look. Oh yeah. So you really could do that in like little fall journals or like one of the spring journals. Some little green leaves would look cute. Okay, so set that one up there. That one is done. And these last 3 should be fair. Oh, 4. Cannot forget the flower. I had the most bizarre dreams last night too. Totally weird. And when I say weird, I mean like crazy dreams. Like I dreamed, like, okay, so I rarely have soda anymore. And when I say rarely, I mean like once a month, if that. I mean, it could probably go 6 months, 8 months before I have a soda. And then I'll have a hankering for one, right? Well, when I was at my dad's office yesterday, I had a hankering for a soda. And my stepmom just so happened to have the kind of soda that I like to drink, which is Sunkissed. And so I had one. And I think that, like, I think it messes with my, like, my gut flora, which, I mean, I'm sure it does. Like, those of you guys who are in the health field probably are like, yeah, soda's pretty bad for you. Anyways, because then I get, like, this weird, like, it's not even acid reflux. It's like a catch in my throat. Anyways, so I had that yesterday afternoon. That wasn't part of the dream. But my dream is that all these people that I barely know just started buying me cases and cases and cases and cases of these sodas. I was like, what are you guys doing? I don't even drink it anymore. Where were you like 10 years ago when I drank it, right? Like, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, it was bizarre. Yeah. And sleep is coming more readily now, so that's good, right? Okay, let's see how that will look on a page. And you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna leave this one on there since it's so big and we're trying to put such a big paper clip in there. I really want to make sure that it's lined up. So I can smush the glue out and it's not going to matter, if that makes sense. Okay, so we'll bring that one back in a minute. Now these are pretty easy. Yeah, and one of the guys that I used to work with at the old lab, he was there like seriously trying to gift me all this soda. I'm like, I don't want it. I don't know what you're doing. Why are you here? And the other thing I like about these paper clips is it can either go horizontal or it can go vertically. So if you wanted to, you could paper clip something at the top of the page or the bottom of the page and then side to side. And then they're also double-sided. So yeah, that's another pretty cool trick about these. And I honestly, I don't even remember now where I learned it. It's probably a handful of people that I've seen do it. Probably Gail Augustinelli would be one. Emily at Junk Journal Inspirations is probably another one. I think she's done one similar to these. And then I know Emily got it from another lady. But yeah, so, oh my goodness, I almost forgot to tell you the coolest news. Okay, a lot of you that have been in the junk journaling community for a long time will know of Lori Goodman. She is one of my dearest friends. She started a YouTube channel and it's different and I like it. It's, what did she tell me? It's Smashbook type stuff, but the videos she has up right now are like Zen music, like totally relaxing. So it's something that you can totally put on in the background. And then she does these like water splash paint things. It's pretty darn cool. I gotta be honest, like I don't know that I would have normally have gone in that like something I would have watched, but I found myself so fascinated by this stuff, like, and not because of any, like, because I don't like that stuff, but like those of you that know me well know that I'm like always on the go. Like my mind doesn't shut up, it doesn't shut off. I am always thinking about something or someone or something to do, or like, and I've wondered a lot if I have like ADD, but so far tests say no. I'm just, I don't know. But anyways, like I am totally fascinated by what she's doing. Like it's super cool. In one of them that I watched this morning, it was how like it was like water, I think, that kind of like blended with the colors of the paint. It was so cool. You guys got to check it out. I will link her channel and her Etsy store. I don't know that she's selling a ton in her Etsy store right now. She might. But yeah, it was super cool. So well done, Lori. Like I loved it. And I meant to mention that like first thing in the video, but we all know how I am. Like I said, it's attention deficit disorder on a different scale. because I'm not giggling. I'm giggling at me, not because I would never, ever, ever make fun of the disorder, but I just feel like, I don't know. Maybe, you know, I've heard that it could be like trauma responses, because I didn't have the best childhood, nor have I had apparently the best, I haven't made the best choices as an adult either. So I've heard that sometimes that's like a trauma response. So we'll see. We'll see if I ever mellow out. I think sometimes some of us just never learn how to relax, and or, you hear the little puppy. She is outside being a total pain in the keister. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm going to show you another cool trick about these in just a second. Let me get this one glued. And you can actually do it with any of these. In fact, let's do it. I'm not going to decorate in this one because it's just kind of like a mass makey type video, but oh, and that I was going to say, that's probably why I don't finish my thoughts a lot, and why I make a lot of you giggle, is because I completed the idea in my head, just my mouth is never faster than my brain. So yeah, sorry. Those of you that have been with me for a long time kind of probably have already figured that out. And that's why you love me, right? Okay, so now one of the other things I like to do with these is, if we're not going to decorate them with like laces and like flowers and whatnot, you can actually make these into little pockets. So you just need to decide, is it a side paper clip or a top or a bottom one? And it doesn't really matter in the broad scheme of things. But another thing that I like to do, and that's not the right punch, is you take one and then fold it in half as best you can. Okay, and then I usually take it and kind of ink around at least the inside piece there. Okay, so and I think this one will be a side loading one. So I'll do that, because we'll ink around it again, like around the edge. And you just take your finer tip glue. And then you kind of find where your paper clip is, and then you kind of just line it up that way. Of course, you're going to have a little bit of glue on the outsides there. You just kind of clean that up, and again, make sure you didn't glue your pieces together in there. Okay. Okay, and then I take the other half. A little bit of ink on that one too. And then, like I said, I just kind of find the best spot there. And these are really, 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 really great tucks for all things little. Let's just put more ink around the edges. Let me see if I have anything small that I could toss in there really quick just to show you. they kind of look like without stuff in there. This is the smallest I have right now. So yeah, you can do that. And then, like I said, it goes, oh, how did I use it? I think I used it. Anyways, but you get what I mean. So you could do it that way, or if you had put the pockets, I mean, I suppose it wouldn't even matter specifically as long as this is tight enough. You could put it at the top of the page and have your tag or whatever you put in there coming out the side. But yeah, so I like them. I think they're pretty cute. And with these, you can, I'm not going to do it because we're getting close to time. You can do it halfway this way to where you can just stick like 3 tags in, or you can do the paper clip on the top and just do this half here, like just fold it and cut it along that line and do it on both sides. Or obviously, if you were going to go from the bottom, you would just put it half and then, right? All right, guys. Thank you for joining me and going with me on this little mask make. I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.